He comes up with the interception. Redick running with some company. It's Redick for three. And
a jumper earlier, but I'd rather have him shoot jumpers than get to the basket. He is very dangerous at the...
Sixers seem frustrated, and with good reason. The Celtics are defending them well. Redick now getting a look. Drills the three. The Celtics proficient in that department tonight. 6 of 14. Johnson. Redick has a man. It's Covington. Didn't see him. Gets it back, and it is for three. TJ McConnell, who provided a real spark for the Sixers in the first half, his first second-half appearance. Timeout. Simmons bursting to the hoop against Tucker, giving it up. It's a Redick three, and yes, and beyond.
Yes.
Redick bound and determined. TJ McConnell handing to Bayless. Johnson setting up Redick for three.
Enough shoulders, he's strong enough. He'll be able to get that up to the glass.
Redick for three, and he... Sixers down 8.
He's gonna walk. That was a strut.
Redick. It's for three. Simmons snatching the young miss. Redick, he'll try it again.
Basket as much as he does face it.
Now he's going to deal with Embiid. It's a Redick three. Got it! Embiid, somebody's got to shoot. Redick, can he get it off? He does for three. Yes! Embiid being covered by Turner. He comes out, now rolls in. Redick, another three.
Donovan Mitchell got the starting nod here in the third quarter.
Hood 0 for 3, 11 minutes of play. 2 of 11, 5 points. And right back.
Watch J.J. Redick coming off these screens. Here we go again.
Deep three.
Well, Embiid affected that shot just enough. There's a three by Redick. And it's taken by Philadelphia. 3-point game. Speaking of three,
that was it was wide open, and it was his worst miss of the night. Didn't have a chance.
Redick.
Just a second. I'm going to have to watch the replay.
Redick is fouling. 76ers 95 with just over 2 minutes remaining. Rivers almost had the theft.
It's above 76%. Redick for three. It's 2 straight since March of last year. Redick thinking three. There it is. Redick, healthy three. Redick for three. Embiid breaking it free. Redick for three. Far career highs for Shabazz Napier.
National champion is one.
Amir Johnson's come back. Redick. That three-point attempt by Gordon.
Like we talked about, make these guys shooters.
Ball people TJ McConnell. Redick for three.
That helps.
Redick, it's for three. McConnell giving it up. Redick thinking three. There it is. For all 12 of his points.
There he is again.
Why not? Possessions for one.
See where they're covering JJ now. Wow.
Cross right out on Redick after what he unleashed in that second. There it is. That time he's home. Redick, another three.
There hasn't been any back and forth. It's just been allowed to shoot jumpers and basically no confrontations out there.
Whoa. No call. Redick. Covington. Redick gets a good look and sticks it. Simmons has to give up the dribble. They get it back to Redick again. He's going to take another shot.
And he didn't bite for it. 4 shots. Try to find open people.
All season long pretty well. To do more of that tonight.
Redick just into the game. Sixers tonight, 3 of 21 from beyond.
Gotta wonder with TJ Warren having no fouls, where is he in the lineup?
Simmons against TJ Warren. It's a JJ Redick three.
Tries to defend. Here is McConnell. He gets the ball. And Redick on the 5 with the 3. Griffin back in 2011 to make an all-star team when he played for the Clippers. He missed his first year. Redick with the...
Simmons casually throws it up there. Redick. Here comes Saric. That's done a better job dropping back of late. Redick in a hurry. There's the left block. JR tightens up against Redick. Forced that one. James pass off the mark. Here comes Philadelphia. Jailbreak. Redick in transition. Yep.
Picked up by Booker. Now a short shot clock, but a wide open JJ three-point shooter down the road. Their first-round pick late last year, 24th overall. Redick, Sarge after it. Boy, they excel at offensive.
Ends a 9-1 Philadelphia run. Redick by Minnesota. Booker finds the open man. Redick. They're 0 for 6 in the fourth quarter. They have 5 turnovers in the frame. Redick.
They need to pass more. No, they need to make shots.
J.J. Redick, pull-up shot. Shot from him. And it comes up short. Simmons finds Redick. Redick the three-pointer.
Victor Oladipo, he's on an all-star tear right now. And when I watch him, I think their defense is good. Their spirit is good. As Redick hit the
rebound, Covington whipped ahead to J.J. Redick. Redick dribbles into it. Back out. Covington to a wide-open Redick.
It's Bogdanovich airballing it to Simmons. Nice look to Covington. Equally good look.
Established himself early as far as what his strengths are. Now it's a matter of getting better.
Redick in rhythm. Just stays happy playing basketball. Redick. Oh. Another back tap and another try. Inter nearly had another offensive rebound, but Embiid secured it. Here's Redick with space.
Everyone else gets involved so we can have good chemistry.
Dennis, thank you. Here comes
As well.
Here's Covington. Off to Redick. Off the... He had it knocked away. Vacuumed in by Bayless. Here comes Embiid. JJ fires from Redick to Embiid. And Embiid out to JJ. Long three.
These Denver shot contests that have all been short.
And forward mode, but he moves like a small forward.
dribble handoff. Wide open. JJ for Isaiah Cannon. Still enough time. Redick launches, banks it in. He told his players that Booker is very lethal in the first 3 to 5 seconds of the shot clock. And there was Joel Embiid outside.
That's yourself.
Were you the kind of guy who fought guys when a technical was called?
Absolutely.
J.J. Redick brought him out for the post-game interview, and it was a great gesture by his teammates to do that, keep him involved, including him.
Floor.
San Antonio really energized on the defensive end. Somebody's got to shoot. It's Redick for three. Joel Embiid saying no to Dwight Bikes. Redick the naked three.
Tonight, boy, is he ever. But in that last time out, Brett Brown clearly pleased with the entire group with only 2 fouls.
Redick for three.
Usually he turns that corner looking to shoot. That time turned the corner looking to pass.
Redick, it is from the floor. Embiid, well, he may have heard Joel's footsteps. Redick teeing up a three.
Back to 7. Largest lead for Philly has been 9. Redick, textbook half to play. Foul trouble for Okafor. He remains on the bench. Redick, it's their last 8 attempts. 107-96 Brooklyn. Simmons to Redick. That's a three.
133 last night in Charlotte.
Redick. And really get an opportunity to understand the magnitude of the size of him as a player and where he gets advantage. Quick over to Shards. That's where you see he just doesn't even look to shoot. JJ does. And that's good. That's our State Farm audio assist. Our thanks to Joel Embiid and Bradley Beal for miking up tonight. Let's go.
And able to defend possibly a little bit better.
Beal, the all-star, up to 30 in this one. JJ, the handoff.
Well, and you can tell how it affected him. The humble man from North Carolina really hasn't changed much over the years. Get back into play. It's tough to get to that ball. It's so high up.
Embiid keeps it alive for another try by the trade at the deadline yesterday for Villanova product Dante Cunningham. 3 on the way from Redick. Harris is 6'9" against the 6'10" Simmons. That'll be a Redick 3 and
Looking to get JJ open on a multitude of screens.
Johnson. Redick for a 3. He walked big time. He was looking for the contact from Sharp. Meantime, it's Redick. It's for 3. Yes!
Keeping the game down right now.
Redick for three. 2017 NCAA title team. Went undrafted. Cantor came up with a miss, thought he was fouled. It's a Redick. Night in Vegas. Surprise to the NHL this year, an expansion team. It's Redick per game. Well, tonight, much different story, especially on the defensive end without Joel Embiid. Out of the timeout, they did. Redick for three. Go!
With a rebound, Simmons comes at Levine. Simmons back out, firing Redick. To be honest with you, it was the bench. But really, here's Redick. He was 3 away from his career high.
T.J. McConnell out there along with J.J. Redick. Marco Bellinelli, that's Redick.
Satoransky's got Embiid on the switch. Gortat had to come over for the help.
Problem. I mean, he's getting more and more confident with the handle, and that jump shot, my goodness.
Up with 12 on the shot clock. Redick unloads a triple. To where, mine?
42 seconds left, third quarter. Redick's three. Yes.
Tonight, a guy that can average 20 can get his scoring going. There's sometimes a little bit of a controversy just because the team has a different reaction when another player plays. It'll be interesting, giving us so many plays of highlights. It's just so much fun to be an NBA fan.
5 of a shot.
So you just want him to stay aggressive, whether he's happy or not with the refs.
All right, here's Redick.
Down for a little bit. That wasn't the case the previous year.
He's not a rookie anymore.
Right. 50% in the painted area. Got to do it better.
And for the Bucks. Here is Simmons dashing into the front court. Finds Redick. He got it. Up. Here is Simmons. To the corner. Redick will fire. He got it. 5-second difference, game and shot clock. Redick in the corner. Simmons saw Redick behind him.
Let all the defenders fly by. Joel Embiid back on the floor. This is J.J. Redick.
The spots. And he's really good. Underrated passer is Jeremy Lamb.
Redick gets it off in time, and it counts. Sixers have seen a big basket here in the second quarter. They're 12 for 16, make it
18 turnover. Here's Redick. That's a long free lead over. Redick open three. Now that's to Simmons. He's got 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Simmons. That's right. Final seconds of the first quarter. Redick.
Paul George has had what I think is a Paul George kind of season, but I don't know if they're going to.
Corey Joseph, who averages 8, mostly as a bench player, with 9 as a starter. They continue play here. They don't call the shot clock violation, thank goodness. Redick for three.
Why they would choose Hickory over Milan. They have a real high school to celebrate.
Well,
or Magic. You know it might be Magic. Redick.
Pick it up. Yeah, Sixers have numbers if they hurry. Pass goes corner. J.J. Redick. Shots.
missed their last game. That was a couple of nights ago against the Toronto Raptors at home. 3 of them have given up in the first quarter this year.
Another worrisome point. We talked about offensive rebound. 14-0.
Sixers. Redick for three. That hurt. That would have hurt somebody.
Man,
had they been in the way.
Thank God that's fiberglass.
Redick for a hit for 30 points in Charlotte 4 days later, but now reverting to form is Simmons being covered by the 6'10 Jarrell.
Tony's done, former 76er assistant coach, now in Houston.
Time running out for the Sixers. Redick.
Going to be a good test tomorrow.
And Gordon, 4 minutes into the third quarter. Redick off the screen.
Looks for 2. Simmons after Towns lost it. Redick with a healthy. Ben is 9th in the NBA in steals. Redick, it's for 3. Embiid has Wilson Chandler, and I think he wants Redick, it's for 3. While falling, stolen. Simmons, Šarić, Redick, it's for 3.
Fan nowadays.
Redick, it's for 3. Yes! There's Redick. Redick hits for three, got it. Low end of your life to discover the better part of yourself as Saric gives it up. Redick for three. Look at the hustle by Ersan Ilyasova. The Sixers can hold back, but Redick league in assists.
That's the year I was born.
68.
Yes.
JJ Redick.
Donovan Mitchell. I mean, you look at his stat line. Forget about the scoring. It ain't about the scoring. It's the
Really need to continue to win games.
Transition three.
Absolutely. Good play right there by Dwight. Got to the left hand again. Trying to keep in line with the Sixers, who the free throw line yesterday in D.C. So just
Hornets led by as many as 5 in the first half.
Fultz in attack mode, playing downhill.
A three. Good job by Covington to knock it away from Hollis Jefferson. It's Redick for a three.
Misfires. Amir Johnson chases the rebound down. J.J. Redick. Ilyasova keeps the rebound alive for Philly. Redick 4 out of 5. There he is again, and that has it.
Redick is the #1 option with this lineup.
Redick feeds home. J.J. Redick gets it back.
How to handle that. Simmons between the legs. It's a Redick three. Yes. Under a minute now remaining here in what has been a sparkling first quarter for the Sixers. 2 assists for a triple-double. Redick for a three. Wow. Simmons again. Redick for three.
That time McDermott able to get a piece, where no one can get it but Ben.
Heuristics necessary to deal with adversity.
I can see her right now sitting in the front row next to
the win team, and a chance for third. Redick fires and Simmons. Redick catch and shoot. That's his shot. Redick. And of course, this entire season for you, we haven't seen a whole lot of you because you have
offensive end. The Hawks just will not go away.
J.J. Redick.
Well, Ben Simmons doing a nice job of staying down on his feet. There's J.J. Redick.
And now they had a good cast around him. It was an excellent ball play. Baseline jumper by J.J. We all know that he can score the ball. The big thing is, can he get in the paint and break the defense now?
J.J. Redick with the calipers and percentage of body fat. Very regimented. Simmons with the rebound. Take a little inventory on Ben Simmons. Close to a triple-double.
Starts with the defensive end of the floor being aggressive, then limiting them to just one shot.
Corner. Ellington comes up short. Simmons, a bullet pass across to Redick. Wow. Attack with other teams. He alerted the Philadelphia 76ers that this was the spot he wanted to be. He's had a great didn't go to the basket, rather out of bio, I should say. Wade not pleased with the rookie. Redick answers up. One. Redick from Embiid. Got it. Now Boston goes through their stuff. You forget the idea that they're missing so many pieces.
Wow. Right here in the half court. Secondary break. Don't let the Celtics defense get set and see if you can't free up some of those shooters like Jay.
Robert Covington, they're hoping to get more out of him. Here's Redick. He'll pull another three, and he's got it on the rebounding column right now. Now a turnover. A deflection turns into a steal. Redick for three.
It's the last 7-8 minutes of actual game time. This game has changed completely. Rapping on defense, playing much better than Ben Simmons.
J.J. Redick springs free, and Redick.
4-second difference between the clocks. Celtics do have a foul to get. Here's Redick. It's gone!
Think about the first finals he got to and what the San Antonio Spurs did to him.
Redick wide open. Shot clock at 9 for Simmons. Here's Redick. Lets it fly. And scores a three.
Redick, quick release, comes up short. Offensive rebound. Redick runs to the spot. He'll hit. Got it from Ogilvy. Here's Redick. Steps to the side. Shoots it up and in. Here, Simmons pushing it as fast as he can. Here is Redick for three. Yes, sir! Oh, man!